right, welcome back to the RaidzBank podcast. I'm joined this week by Poplo and Hoyt. What's going on, fellas?
Hello.
Hey.
We have had a massive update hit RuneScape this week. Sailing is here, and we are currently 4 days in. We're recording on Saturday now, so you're going to get all of our takes on sailing and our experiences so far. I'm really excited for this podcast to see what these two have been up to. But before we dive into all of that stuff, we just wanted to say it is Thanksgiving in the U.S., and we're so thankful for the success and the community. The podcast has been going really well for almost 100 days now, and I think the project's off to a really good start, fellas. What do you think?
Yeah, thank you
all for your support,
listeners.
guys.
You guys are awesome.
So of course, in the tradition, we're gonna say this week not what we've been up to, because everyone can guess it's sailing. We're gonna instead go what we're thankful for. So let's start with you, Poplo. What are you thankful for this year? In RuneScape, of course. We don't care about real life.
Just RuneScape.
Man. I am thankful. All right, I'm gonna mix the two, real life and RuneScape. But I'm thankful for the changing of the season. It's starting to get cold and kind of wintry here where I'm at. And of course, working in agriculture, that means I have more time to play RuneScape. So definitely winding down for the season and starting to wind up on the grinds. So
Hell yeah.
Very nice. Short and sweet. What about you, Mr. Hoyt?
I didn't really think this through. Poplo's was so good and intertwined. I'm thankful for I'll do the same actually. I think this game has really good work-life balance. Not work-life, game-life balance. I think you can
balance.
Which is crazy.
It is a job. It's a full-time job.
Yeah, I've been playing, more than 12 hours a day for 4 days now. But if I want to, I can just quit and come back in a month, and I'm not really missing that much. So I'm thankful for this game. Also, we have AFK methods, which are really nice when my grad program kicks back up again. It's really good to just AFK and feel like I'm not missing out. So that's what I'm thankful for. The kind of balance this game lets you have. There's no FOMO, I guess.
I think there's definitely FOMO for sure.
Definitely.
I'm very sad about missing out on that free 10,000 experience on the first few hours of sailing.
Oh,
but we'll get into that a little bit later. For me, I am thankful for having the Scythe of Eternity being done.
Hell yeah.
Theater of Blood. It just feels good. It feels good to be finished another unfun dry streak. It felt very timely given that sailing came out basically a week after I got it, so I was kind of ready to move on to something new, and it's been a pretty good transition. I'm not worried about going back to TOB, or there's not really too much PVM for me to clean up now, so I can just kind of enjoy the experience, and we'll talk about how that's been going pretty soon. And in real life, what am I thankful for? Well, I'm just staring at this cup of coffee right now, and that's what I'm thankful for. I love coffee.
Me too.
Very nice.
Pretty simple. But that's it, boys, for our updates this week. We'll kind of talk about our RuneScape updates when we get into sailing, like I said, in a moment. But of course, we got some clan updates, some clan achievements, some serious pop-offs this week in the clan. So we're gonna start. If you want to get involved in this, by the way, you should join our Discord. The link is in the description, and then feel free to post your achievements. In achievements, we usually pick out the top 3, sometimes 4, to sneak in there and shout out on the podcast. So the first person is, I don't know how to say this one, Lemonian. Is that right, boys? Lemonian.
Right. That was great.
You got 99 Hunter and Rune Crafting, and maxed 3 days before the sailing release. So just enough to get a taste of the Maxscape.
Big Heartless energy.
Congratulations.
Huge.
GZ.
Congratulations to Lemonian.
So did he shadow max? Was there any lead up to this? Or did it just he just posted it one day, right?
I think he had his homies there, but he just surprised it.
He's a bit of a new member of the clan, I
Big
guess.
Chad. Hey guys, nice to meet you. But by the way,
yeah, newer member. He's been in the voice chats a little bit, so
that's
nice, very nice. Next, we move on to Brisekvi. I think I
These are
I
tough
butchered it,
ones.
but it's
Broskevi,
we
maybe?
move, come on,
Yeah.
come on, guys, give us some
Broskevi,
easier names
it's a
to
tough
work. Give us some names to work with. Got his Avernic treads at 3,458 delves.
Oof.
That's a lot of delves. That's 5 pets, 5 eyes, and 8 Mokahedal
Oh my
plots at least.
god.
He made it like a
Oh.
bandit for money though.
Scaring me.
That's a lot of money.
Oof.
I'm approaching 2,000 delves without the Avernic treads now. I just got
Imagine
another
doing
eye
twice
last
that.
I think on Saturday before sailing came out. But yeah, imagine you do twice that.
Mm.
It's not a great time.
He's done.
But
though,
hey,
GG.
if you're a main, you're very rich. If you're an Iron Man, well, you better go kill some Jawanic gorillas because that's a lot of money sitting in your bank. I kind of think that they're obviously doing this on purpose, right? They never used to do. This is a small aside. They never used to do these rewards where they're untradable and then you have to add something to them. They've always made the part tradable too, like the Hydra leather.
Yeah,
But I guess recently the big drops they've made untradable so that Iron Man basically don't ruin the economy, which is seriously part of the reason why I think it's like this.
Yeah, I don't like it for like the Araxite Fang. You have to add the torture, and dude, Iron Men do not want to go grind out another torture. And
No,
yeah.
but why would you grind out another one? You just put your torture on it.
no, I mean for drop trading dupes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They
Yeah.
do it exactly for that reason because you don't want to do
I
it.
just
They
don't
want to save the economy.
Because I need money for splits for my friends. So,
But
I don't
Jagex
know.
doesn't care about you, Hoyt. They care about the economy. And there's so many Iron Men now that I think it's actually a very smart idea.
but the alternative is that an entire game mode just can't, like, I don't know. It's just a dead drop. It's useless. It's like bank fodder. It just seems.
Yeah, bank fodder.
It seems wrong, man.
Oh,
Because
that's
the drop
point of
table is
Iron Man.
built upon that being a reward. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's an Iron Man. What do you need with extra money?
Well, you're so rich you don't know, Heartless, but I'm a poor boy. I got 400 mil, not 4 bill. After your splits,
Well-
though, you might probably not as rich.
Well,
eh?
I got it from other drops. I'm just saying that I think it's probably healthy. What does the main think of this, Pablo? What did dive in?
dude, W Jagex because
Right?
screw the Iron Man.
yeah.
Keep those Iron
doesn't
Men out
matter
of
to
our
mains.
economy.
Any drop is money for me.
Heartless
It
is
shouldn't
pulling
matter
the
to us.
ladder
Sucks
up.
to suck. Too bad.
Imagine if your dupe Tebow just is untradeable and
Yeah, but that's different
it's
though. That's
not.
a mega rare. We're
But it's
talking.
not.
This is a side upgrade scape, like a niche upgrade scape. I think this is how they should do it.
I think
Yeah.
if you need the money for splits, do just go get another Zenite. Or
Let's go get a few more Zenites.
just get another Zenite.
not-
You going
yeah.
to kill black demons for fun?
it's like
You can
I
kill like
don't know.
60 an hour.
I'm going to tell the boys, sorry, I can't
you,
split.
Well, think about it this way, Hoyt. You know that every Zenite drop you get isn't just whatever it's worth, 20, 15, 20 mil. It's actually, closer to 100 mil or 70 mil, whatever the big item is. So I don't know. I think if you need money, it's fine. You just go grind out more Zenites. Make someone get 5 Zenites for bingo and go get
well,
them
you're
yourself.
flip flopping now. You're just saying that it's a bad idea. Now you're saying it's okay.
Me?
Yeah.
No, Heartless is on your
no,
side.
No. I'm on
Oh,
your
okay.
side, Poplo.
Oh, okay.
I'm the
saying that
contrarian, per usual.
I'm saying the untradable piece is saving the economy because then Irons can't just dump their dupes onto their mains.
Right.
And if
Yeah.
they want money, they can go and grind out some extra Zenites, and then every Zenite they get will be worth significantly more than just the Zenite because they already have the spare
Exactly.
attachments. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
It's
but
it's the healthiest way to do it.
But ultimately, like, give it another year or whatever, and a lot of the Iron Men are going to be done. The high level Iron Men are going to be done grinding this, and they'll be bringing
Sure.
in less to the economy.
But if
anyways.
every high there's a bunch of high level, like I have 3 spare Araxide Fangs in my bank, which is the value of like what, I don't know, 150 mil or something, 200 mil, and it's useless. It's just sitting there, can't be traded. So they're trying to stop people like me basically drop trading over their dupes, which I think is fine, right? Hey, everything to help the economy.
right.
So
Mains on top.
I'm ignorant. The Confliction gauntlets, you can buy those, right?
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
buy
buy-
the
Yeah,
Rancor.
you can buy the gauntlets.
You just
You can
can't
buy the Rancor too.
make
Yeah,
them unless you get the drop.
exactly.
because
It's
you have to come-
100%.
Yeah, because you have to
an
combine
Iron
them
Man.
with the Tormented.
Yeah.
Anyways,
glove.
big aside there into game
Let
design
us know
choices.
in the comments.
Yeah,
Who's right?
let us know your thoughts. Next, this is a big one. So I pulled my scythe on Wednesday, and then over the course of the weekend, 3 more Iron Men got their scythes. Taco, I think it was the day after, Taco pulled his first purple, 34 KC.
Oh my!
And
God.
it was a Scythe of Vitor, so congratulations.
All
You know
Iron
what,
Men.
though?
Long grind.
It's fun to be lucky because now he gets to use the Scythe at Tob for the rest of his KC.
Hell yeah!
And then about right on rate, Zuck, me, friend of the podcast, pulled his on 660. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
huge for him.
Nice.
His 12th,
And then-
1200th clog too. He was like edging it, and he rips a scythe. So that was a cool little
Ooh, nice.
combo.
And then former clan member, Toxic Hyla.
Former.
Hyla, a former.
Take him
He's
outta
I think he's from Europe, so not a lot of our clan is
He's the
European.
bingo
They
goat,
weren't at the
dude.
time. So he
He
was on
is.
early in the morning, and like no one for us, and no one was on. So
Fair enough.
it's fair enough. So he pulled his scythe, well deserved 1360 KC.
If he stayed in the
Brutal.
clan, he would have gotten it earlier. Just saying.
Oh gosh, there he goes.
Big juicy.
Okay,
Yeah, that's my
Hyla,
bingo partner.
It's time to come back, Hyla. Time to come back. And that's pretty much it for the sides. I think, was there one more? I could have sworn there was one more, but we'll stop there for now.
Slender got a scythe split or something. I don't know if you're thinking about that, but
Yeah, that was the week
Shout out
before. Yeah,
Slender.
he did. He's been pulling some items.
Mhm.
And then, why are you gonna do this to me, Hoyt? Boyson Bussy pulled himself. Come on,
It's a real
anyone who
name.
knows that's a real name.
His
we can't
whole
even
group
skirt
are
we can't even
different.
skirt around it when people have degenerate Iron Man names, but we know their names. Boyson Bussy.
It's the
There he
game we
is.
play.
Yeah, that's the game we play. You're right. Pulled themselves a third age range legs on 9 master clues. Yet another piece of third age popping off in the
Another
chat.
one. Let's go.
Train continues.
The train is going strong. That's crazy. Not only a wild name, but a wild drop. So well deserved. Maybe it's just proof that the more heinous your name, the better the drops you get.
We gotta do that.
Okay.
We gotta all switch our names.
What have we started?
It's the blue helm plus the heinous name, dude. That's the
Yep.
combo
That's
right
the-
there.
That's the trick.
Cheat
So
code.
those are the clan achievements, quite a few this week. So I guess it's time that we dive into the big topic and what I'm sure people are curious about, and that's sailing.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about our experiences briefly, what level we are, what's our journey been like to get here. And then I think we're going to talk about sort of our overall opinions. And then we'll probably dive into some very specific stuff, sort of every little niche piece of content, as well as some XP rates and other stuff like that. So we're going to do a big overview, but we're going to start sort of at the high level. Boys, Hoyt, you're the skiller, you're the resident skiller. Let's talk us through your experience so far.
Yeah. I was thinking this would just give context to people listening, like how far in we are. So later when you hear our opinions, it'll make a little more sense. But I've been going hard, nothing crazy. Depends on who you ask, but no, I woke up. I think it dropped at 5:15.
Nothing crazy. You just said you played 12 hours a day.
Yeah,
3
no,
days.
it's been crazy.
Just a
but
little something light.
I
for
guess
the-
I'm saying
for
I'm
the
not
boys.
talented enough to be, on the top 100 or anything. But I woke up at 4:15. On the day of release, my time, and I tried to get a good night's sleep, and I just couldn't. Like I just couldn't. My brain was just racing, and I was too excited. So I woke up early. Wish I slept more. Proceeded to play. It was a very clean launch. My HD client did crash because I was using what was it 117 HD, and the second everyone got in their boat and took off, all RuneLite just like stuttered, closed, crashed. So that learned quickly to not use HD. And then I am currently hitting level 72 like as we speak. I'm a couple percentage away, which is the final Barracuda trial. So I have done the 1 through 30 grind. I see it as like three different parts. There's the 1 through 30 grind, which was the most variety. And then my 30 through 55 was the first Barracuda trial, the Temper Tantrum, and then 55 to 72 was Jubbly Jive.
Oh God!
So I'm salvaging, because we're podcasting, so I can think and stop. And then I'm just right after we're finished with this, I'm gonna be doing the Gwyneth Glide, getting 200k an hour, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So yeah.
What are your overall thoughts so far?
I think they did an amazing job. I think it's a shame that Barracuda trials are the only reasonable way to level up, because otherwise you're just like the XP rates are too rewarding for Barracuda trials in comparison to the alternatives. I wanted to like tick manip on salvaging, and I did, and it's not worth the effort. It's just lower XP. Like why would you do that? So I think that's a shame, but overall I think with like how clean it is, I have very little complaints on the execution, but I think there's so much content that's being wasted right now because everyone's just doing 3 Barracuda trials from level 30 to 99, which is crazy. I believe currently as we speak, I think that the highest level player is like 93 or 94, but I'm pretty sure they're still at this same Barracuda trial as 72. I might be misspeaking, but I double checked Twitch. It looks like everyone's still doing it. So yeah, that's my short explanation.
Okay. Poplo, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I just hit 92. No, I'm just kidding. So I just hit 60 sailing, so I had to work this week, but I'm excited. I get basically the whole week off for Thanksgiving and stuff, so I'm gonna keep going hard on it this weekend and next week. But yeah, similar experience to Hoyt. I mean, the first 30 levels just like make you want to quit, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, especially when
very
like I was just going in a little bit skeptical. Like, I wanted it to be good, and wanted to jump in, hop on the sea, like just really enjoy everything that sailing has to offer. And it was just like, okay, you just have to know that you're gonna spend 8 hours getting to level 30. That's just how it is. And it's nothing that you can do to speed things up or anything. That's just the way that it goes.
Yep.
But then and then like 30 to 50 or 55 is like the same amount of time as like 1 to 30. Like, it goes so fast.
Yeah.
I have been doing a lot of salvaging AFK too, on mobile. I think it's very mobile friendly just to have 1 or 2 salvaging hooks going as well for some passive EXP. So I was really hoping that they would have some type of AFK training. So I'm really glad that they do. Overall, I will say that it has surpassed my skeptical expectations. And so I'd say that's a win for someone who was pretty nervous about it coming in. Then yeah, I've actually been enjoying. It's kind of fun learning the routes and the courses. Haven't hit the Marlin rank yet in the Jubbly Jive, so still working on that. But overall, been fun. Yeah, I had some issues with RuneLite at the start that just kind of made things a little bit frustrating, but it seems like most of these things have pretty much been ironed out so far since the first day on RuneLite's end. But yeah, I did make kind of a pros and cons list too that, we'll kind of touch on as we go through things, but that's kind of my short and sweet synopsis as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think ultimately I'm roughly in agreement with you guys. I'm kind of in between you. I'm about to hit level 70, so I took Wednesday off, and the early game we'll talk about it a little bit. It's extremely painful. I think it took me 5 hours to get to level 30. The quests were a highlight of the early game because they were really straightforward and easy to follow and like taught you the core mechanics. And I think that was their point behind it. They wanted you to start out extremely slowly. Like, it's probably the worst XP of any skill in the game at level 1. And then they wanted you to be able to crank up and understand the mechanics, which for day 1 makes sense, because I think if we take this future, like we push 1 year into the future, you'll be able to just lamp your way up to the first Barracuda trial and skip all of the garbage early game of sailing. You know, the 50 XP port tasks that you do, everyone will just lamp that to 30, and then, or, you know, Tears of Guthix or whatever. I think there'll be very few people starting out sailing that will do much besides the quests plus a few lamps or diaries to get it pushed to the good content or the quicker content. So Definitely. For day 1, I think it's fine. I just hit the Jubbly Jive, so I think I've done that until like where I currently am. I love Salvaging. I think it's really, really good AFK. It's not the best XP per hour, but I mean, it's like Redwood's level AFK, I think. Like, you know, you can leave your computer for 5 minutes and the 2 people working on your salvaging hooks will fill up your cargo box with loot. So, which is basically equivalent of XP, and they give you like half XP when they pull out of the ocean. So I really like salvaging, and I heard the rates are quite a bit better when you get to higher levels too. So I may end up even salvaging and AFKing a lot of 99 sailing as we go. But so far it's fun. Man, the boats, it's really awesome. I can't believe how smooth the boats are.
Yeah.
Right? Like the upgrades and the water, it's just everything is so good. The controls are amazing. I really, really love they nailed it. Absolutely knocked it out of the park with that part. Other people's boats don't cause too much issue. You just kind of fly right through them. Overall, I think it's been a fairly flawless release, if not for a few. I mean, there's obviously a few things that we dislike, but generally, it's quite an in-depth skill, and it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It has a lot of potential as well for the future to be expanded. I think it's going to need to be, but as a start, I think they've done a really good job.
Yeah, and on the high level, a few things I thought of while you two were talking. But I think another big problem is there's no reason to do sailing right now besides to skill and to play the game.
To get 99, yeah.
I think they had to do that because there'd be uproar if they put some PVM, piece of equipment or upgrade or anything at, say, level 85. You can't force people to do it yet. But I think in 4 or 5 months, they can say, okay, here's this thing everybody's going to want. And by the way, sorry, that's level 70 sailing requirement, So I think it's kind of a weakness, but it makes total sense. And I think that's kind of what they had to do. But
yeah, and then I'm sure like going forward they'll have like an ocean diary and all sorts of stuff like that too. So there's lots of room for expansion. But as a baseline, it's really awesome. I mean, I think our major complaint is going to be about the
things
the duality of the training and the XP. But we talk about that as we go.
Yeah.
So overall definitely. it's been really fun. So let's talk about the early game first. So, oh god, I alluded to this before, but on day 1 there was this spicy tech to get 10,000 experience, which doesn't sound like much, but oh my god, it took me 4 hours to get 10,000 experience. Hoyt, do you want to talk us through this? Because you were online when this happened. I was asleep because it was 2 a.m. for me.
So I didn't get to experience this, but I watched other people do it, and I was gearing up to go do it, but part of sailing is sea charting, and you go and use your crowbar on a box, and you get these drinks. Well, I believe that's how you got these drinks that were by the Fremenic DJS. Is it DJS? I don't think that's it, but by the Dagonoths, DKS. That's it. And there were apparently 3 drinks, each of which gave you 3,333 XP when you drank them and then killed a troll that popped out, after that. So combined, you got 9,999 XP. But the problem was that everyone was doing this at like level 24, which means they were jumping to like level 31 immediately. And the slowest part of sailing was the level 1 through 30. So even though, just like Heartless said, it was only 10,000 XP, it was actually saving you like an hour and a half because rates were just so freaking bad. And they still are. They've tweaked them, but I'm pretty sure you're still getting,
but they're still
4,000. I remember watching Hebox do Tickmanip on Twitch, salvaging, and people were freaking out. They're like, dude, he's getting 8K an hour.
Yeah, that's
doing
how
this.
bad it was.
Yeah.
And we were
know it's
freaking out
bad
about
when-
it. It was like, it's so good.
Like, it's bad when the gust of wind comes up, and I would miss it every once in a while, and it gave 11, like 10 and a half XP. And
That's huge.
it would like feel bad when I missed it. I was like, crap, I missed it. So I just wasn't paying attention or something. Like that 10 and a half XP like hurt.
More than almost any skill besides maybe rune crafting, but sort of in a similar vein, this is one that you're going to want to skip the early game of in the future, I'm sure. Like when you're making a GIM in 2027.
Yeah. But the funny thing with this, the drink trolls, was this was the morning of release, and at Jagex HQ, I'm sure they had the top Twitch streamers on, like Foe, and Foe went and did this, and within minutes, they changed the XP rate to like 100 XP for each drink. So it went from 10,000 to 300. But you just know the second the biggest streamer does it, it's gone, because there's no way that mods aren't in that chat just like checking in how things are going and what people are doing. They're eating their popcorn in the office, celebrating. So
they're keeping a fairly tight clamp. But I mean, to be honest, the early game was so slow that it almost felt like unfun in a way. You guys know what I mean? Like, I think that once you get to Barracuda Trials and you get to the better salvages, the sailing is a lot better. But those first 30 levels were like painful, and I was like,
punishment.
Did I really take a day off for this? It was quite painful, despite all of the cool stuff with sailing. So I wondered if they saw some like data of like people dropping off right away after how slow they saw it was to start.
I'm sure they did, because we saw it in our own community of people who
like
told that exact story.
Yeah.
And fair enough, like I don't blame them. They just come back later when the XP rates are a little bit better. But yeah, the early game XP rates are awful, and I'm glad they fixed them a little bit, but I think they should probably do a bit more. Yeah. But anyways, that's the 10k troll XP. It was pretty wild. And day 2, I got a DM from Hoyt again while I think I was at work. Of course, I missed it. He's like, yo, 100k an hour. I saw him standing on an island. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm going to miss it. So Hoyt explained the other thing that I got to miss that you were there for.
Yeah, so this one, so there's a bounty board with tasks, and you can either deliver goods or you can also kill monsters. So these monsters, what you're supposed to do is, let's say you get one for sharks, you take your boat to the sharks, you shoot them with a cannon, or you can shoot them with like your BOFA on the ship for far reduced damage. And then it's like a hunter rumor where you get a rare drop. So 1 out of 10 shark jaw, you go take the jaw back, get a big XP drop, pick another bounty up. It's like a hunter rumor and slayer combined thing. There was one for a bird called a tern, Tern. It looks like a seagull. The thing, though, was that these terns, you were able to attack them from the land. So if you went to, say, the Champions Guild and stood on the coast, you could shoot at these terns, drag them into you, kill them, and harvest the drop and get the drop chance. So the XP is based around assuming you had to travel to it and travel back, so it's a time thing. The other thing was that the bounty board didn't refresh, so you would just keep getting the task for this level 22 bird. So the execution was you would pick up this task, you would kill it, it was a 1 in 10 drop for the beak, which was the XP item. Sometimes I got like a back 3 back once, I got really lucky. I'd get the beak, I would teleport back, turn it in for like a 4,000 XP drop, and then go teleport right back to the Champions Guild, kill another one. So you're just getting these 4,000 XP drops within minutes or less. And it ended up being like 70 to 100K an hour, roughly. But I think the real issue was the bounty board not refreshing. And I also feel like you shouldn't be able to harvest sea monsters from the land. So I was looking it up because I didn't want to get banned, and I was asking people, and we found some verbiage where Jagex said, yes, you can attack sea monsters from land, and you can harvest them from land, but it won't be very practical, was their words. So we found a way where it was very practical, and I made sure to let the homies know. Unfortunately, it got fixed like the next morning.
Was everyone doing it though in the clan?
I wanted to keep it a little private. So it was there was a group of 5 or 6 of us all doing it. It was fun. And Poplo had the tech to we couldn't reach some of the birds, and Poplo was like, bring your cannon. So we all had cannons out there because they have a much further aggro range. Yeah. So yeah, that was the turn tech. I got about 60,000 XP, which was the equivalent of 1 hour at Jubbly Jive. So just like the earlier drink trolls, I saved myself about an hour. But I was just doing a different method, and it was really fun.
And then it got patched, sadly.
Imagine the broken, the bug abuse being 70 to 100K an hour. That's your broken bug abuse, right? It should be like 700K.
Yeah, there's nothing to generate going on. Yeah, 10K XP, and they they had to
slap
hot fix it. Brutal. So that was sort of the, not a bugs, but I would say the sort of oversight XP wise. So Unintended. I guess we're gonna talk a little bit about XP rates. They were a hot topic, I think rightfully so, during the first day, because the level 1 to 30 truly painful. Like, you're running back and forth between Pandemonium and either Musa Point or Port what's the other one called, Port Sarim, and you're getting like 100 XP drops every time you get there.
Yeah,
so it was slow. You're talking like 2k XP per hour. Brutal rates.
Literally. Yeah,
painful. I mean, you had that quest in there that got you to level 5, which was nice, but then from there you had to get to level 12, and that probably took like an hour. I mean, grand scheme of things, not a huge deal, but if you're talking about, we're going to talk about the XP rates sort of being closer to 200k when you get near the end game, and it's like quite a big difference. But anyways, level 1 to 30, fairly straightforward. I mean, you just kind of got to do port tasks. You got to go back and forth until you can get your skiff, your level 15 boat, and then that opens up a couple options. But realistically, you're still doing port tasks. You're maybe charting some stuff along the way. If you can AFK a little bit, you can salvage. So some choices, but not the best choices. I thought it was okay. When I got the skiff, I didn't mind it so much because you could like kind of cruise around and take some longer port tasks. There was a lot of upgrades to be made on your boat, and you kind of got to explore the ocean a little bit. And I liked that part. I thought it was quite fun. So the vibes were good. The XP was bad. I think that's my takeaway from level 1 to 30. What about you guys?
I think so. So I went into, guys, I don't know if you know, I had not done any sailing content ever. Like I didn't do any of the betas. I didn't do
neither did
any of that stuff. I don't know if you guys did either.
No betas. No.
Did you do that, Heartless? Did you do that?
I didn't do any betas, no.
Okay, yeah.
I was like you, I didn't know what I was doing. I figured it would be fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
I did all of them.
Hoyt, yeah, you're the expert here. But I was very impressed with like the on off the boat from the dock. Like it's so like instant
mechanically, right?
Yeah, like I was like, okay. I thought in my worst nightmare is you take a charter ship and you start to try to run, but then you have to cross the gangplank and then go on land and then start running.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought that's how it was gonna be, and it just feels very smooth. You click the dock, you're immediately on your boat. You click navigate and you go. Like it's very fast. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
I think they need. I don't know why they're so against putting a freaking bank in Port Sarim, but there's like, if you don't have a spirit tree there, like it sucks getting back there, and like everything is all around there. The shipwright's there to upgrade your boat and all that stuff.
They should put a bank there now.
They should just put a bank there. It doesn't. Who cares?
Also,
man?
That brings us to a serious gripe. Why in God's name is the bank on Pandemonium on the far side of the island?
Yeah,
it's so no one uses it. Everyone just tellies back when they get the amulet and uses like Crafting Guild or dueling rings or something. No one uses that bank. It's awful.
Yeah, I think anywhere that they have a shipwright, they should just put a bank there too. Any of the major ports.
I can agree with that. Even if the bank was in the pub, like a little chest, would have been perfect.
Yeah,
but
totally.
They put it over there. I mean, the bank looks awesome, like it's sitting on top of a crab, and like it's cool. But it's just so far away that every single person will not use it. They will just use other methods to tell you back to Pandemonium. So I think they should fix that personally. But it's a small thing.
Yeah.
Where were we? We were talking anything on 1 to 30 before we skip on to like 30 to 35.
Yeah. So you're jumping between quests, port tasks, and charting. And charting, we'll get into later. It's basically clicking on objects they put in the game that tell a story and give you an XP drop. Some of them are like mermaids with riddles. Some of them are these little cutscenes with your telescope eyeglass thing. But there are these routes of doing a circle and clicking on these things along the way, and you get all these big XP drops. And I love charting. It's basically like any Ubisoft game, like Assassin's Creed, where you have all these objects on a map and you got to collect them. Some people hate it, but completionists like myself, I love doing that stuff. And after you reach like level, let's just say 18, there is no reason to do them ever again. They're besides fun, but they're so little XP. They're out in the middle of nowhere. They're a significant time investment. So I really enjoy charting here. What's that?
I saw that there was bonuses for them. I only did the ones that were in my way. I never actually went out of my way to chart anything.
Yeah,
that's why I felt
it was just C's, but it's like 1,000 XP drop, and you could have gotten 12,000.
I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it, right? Because that's the whole point of the sailing is being able to chart. So I think if maybe they made it a more integral part of the early game XP, everyone would be like cruising around charting rather than people who just like myself just cruised around kind of for fun to like see what was going on. Yeah, charting never felt like a priority. Where if they made it a little bit more central instead of just port tasks running back and forth, then the experience of 1 to 30 would have been a lot more fun because it would have been you exploring for your XP rather than you just doing boat agility back and forth between Port Sarim. And boat agility will become a theme later on as we go.
Yeah, and especially for it being a one and done. Like every spot you hit, you'll never chart it again.
Yeah.
Which first off, can they please remove the chart option from the places you've already charted? Or like make them change colors. You don't know how many times I was driving back and forth between Port Sarim and Pandemonium, and I'd be like, "Ooh, this looks like a new spot," and it's like, "You have already charted this."
Shiny water.
I'm like, oh my gosh! I just got distracted by shiny things, like I'm a seagull or something, dude.
Yep.
I think 1 to 30. We've been fairly negative on 1 to 30. Like we said, mechanically, lovely, smooth. Everything looks good. The ports are great. I really like Pandemonium itself. But yeah, the XP rates are just too brutal, and the priority kind of wasn't put on the correct things. But that's just I think our general opinions. Anything else before we move on to 30 to 55, which is kind of like when we get into the meat of sailing.
Nope.
No. So I got one more thing.
Sure,
like not being okay. So like I said, I made a pros and cons list, but I'll kind of go through them as we get to them. I will say I've got a lot more in the pros list than I was expecting to have. And so I had seen a couple, people out there and their boat has like some damage taken from it or something, and or whatever. But I was also terrified of like collision damage, like because I drove into some like deep water. I don't know. I drove into something. I started taking some damage, so turn around right away. But I also was like, dude, if I hit these rocks, am I going to take damage or whatever? But like obviously not. So there's like no collision damage unless you drive somewhere that you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
And that was something
every
that I
other
was also
game with
trying
boats.
to. Yeah,
right?
that was also something that I was trying to avoid when I was like low level. But now, since there's no collision damage, then that was another pro that I had. I was like, okay, that makes it a lot better too.
I thought I took collision damage twice, and both times it was a shark.
Yeah.
I was like, what? What did
Yeah.
I run into? And then
Yeah.
I just see the little fin. I'm like, oh, that's got to be it. Because, I kind of thought there would be, or I thought there was.
I was just scared too. I didn't want my boat to capsize. So I was just avoiding everything. Like, and now it's like, whatever, you hit a rock and it doesn't even matter. So I'm glad that we don't have that.
Yeah.
But it's like, have you guys seen that SpongeBob episode where it's like, keep going, you're good. He's driving the boat. He's like scraping on the walls.
That's me at Jubbly.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. 1 to 30, hit and miss for us, I think. And I'd imagine if you took a census of the overall population, you'd probably get a similar answers to what we've given you, or at least people would hit on those points. 30 to 55, this is the fun part. I think this is when you get into your first Barracuda trial at level 30, so you get to do what's it called again? The temper
Tantrum.
Temper Tantrum. So it's around the Temperos Island, and basically, if you don't know what a Barracuda trial is, it's a kind of like the Hallowed Sepulchre, but for boats. So you're going fast, you're trying to hit these whirlpools, which will give you increased speed. You're trying to collect barrels. So there's a very specific path you're going to want to follow. And then as soon as you get to the far side of the course, you usually have to pick something up. So in the Temperos, your first Barracuda trial, you pick up a jug of rum and you have to bring it back to the start. So it makes you basically go in a circle, and you're going quick, you're making moves, you're trying to be accurate with your boat. And it's kind of when you start to get the mechanics of boat movement. And it's honestly, it's really fun. I enjoyed the first Barracuda trial a lot. What about you guys?
Poplo?
I liked it a lot as well. It was, like I said, the movement of the boat is good. It felt good to like start going fast once you get upgrades and hit those whirlpools. It almost feels kind of like Sepulchre feels when you like know how it goes and you're doing everything right. I thought that overall it was very well done. I liked it. But
the best part really is that you go from
the
getting
XP.
2k XP an hour to getting like closer to 30k. So you like 10x your XP, which is, it's not how it should be. That's one of the other reasons I think the trials felt so good. Is that
because every time you finish, you get a
skyrocket.
1,000 XP drop.
Oh, it's like 20 something. It's like 2,400 or something. Or it's 1,200. Yeah, you're right. But the laps are really quick.
Yeah, and you get a bonus for hitting the times the first time. And so that also feels really good. If you just can do it really fast in the first couple times or whatever, then you get a bonus.
Yeah, really, it also gives you
you
30 to 55. You get access to the Barracuda shipwrecks. I think that's at 34. And it gives you significantly more XP per hour than the original ones, which give you almost nothing. I think you can get closer to 10k. And I abused them. I found a little dark tech, boys, already. So
all right,
already we're early. I'm sure people have seen that there's a few spots for salvaging where you can get your boat stuck between two salvage spots, so that you can always be salvaging one of them. You don't have to touch your boat. You just sort of clean your salvaging, and then you keep salvaging, and you pull it up, and then you just clean it on the station when you have it at level 42, which is ideal. You really want the salvaging station for this to work.
Yeah, 42
is
like where
on your
it
cell
starts to get
phone.
AFK.
So once I got to level 50 is when I started. I did this from 50 to 55 basically. So I had two salvaging hooks on my sloop, which is your level 50 boat. And I had the salvaging station, and I had ex-captain Saeed or Syed, the main guy that you get from the camp. From the desert camp. Yeah, he's pretty good on the salvaging hook. So you can set him to one salvaging hook, and he'll give you half XP and dunk it into the chest, and then you can work the other one / clean the finds. It's really important for everyone to use this. Yeah,
the Ghost
it's important.
Boy is who you want.
Ghost Boy's goated, but you get him at what,
Once you unlock
55? 55.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's
What
a bit
an
higher.
elitist.
Elitist. Anyway, the point being, you get okay XP, but it's super, super AFK. And if you're not using the salvaging hook, your crewmate will still pull it up until it's full or until you log out. So it's super easy to completely fill your cargo hold, and then you can just clean them for XP. So essentially what I did was on my phone, there's a setting that you can use. They changed it. So the logout timer isn't just 5 minutes anymore. You can set it to like 25 minutes. But you have to manually change it.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people know that. So I manually changed it, and then you can just like leave your phone open and he'll just fill up your cargo hold. And then when you have a few minutes, every like 10 minutes or so, you can come back, empty all of the cargo hold, clean all the fines, drop all the garbage, and then just leave your phone again to let him pick up all the stuff, pick up all the salvage and dunk it into the cargo hold. It worked really well. I had 6 hours straight of meetings, and I had like a couple, it was like parent teacher interview night. So in between each one, I had like a few minutes, right? As people came and went. So I would just check the fines and then get ready for the next interview and then go on. So it worked out really well. I got 50 to 55 that day.
That's
nice.
awesome.
Where do you hire that guy? Those people, by the way. I haven't hired anybody yet.
You have to
He's
go to
in the
them in the
desert
game world.
You
Yeah.
have to go to the
game
what?
world.
You have to go to each of them in the game world. So like the ex-captain Syed, he's
okay. You have to go
he's in the
visit
desert
them.
mining camp. The other guy's on Crandor, but there's a few that are pirate themed and they're like on the Pandemonium. But the other like 6 are out in the game world.
Gotcha.
And they all have different
Okay.
stats. So depending on what you're doing, you want different ones. But for salvaging, Syed and the cabin boy are the best two.
Nice.
I want to.
But anyways, that was my 30 to 55 story. But what do you guys want to add into the Barracuda trials now?
Yeah, Barracuda. I remember when I did it on beta, and so Barracuda has 3 levels. I believe it's Swordfish, Shark, then Marlin. And think of it like bronze, silver, and then gold time for any video game. And I remember getting up to Marlin, which is like the gold time, and doing it on the beta and being like really challenged for an hour trying to get it. And I remember just thinking like, wow, people are like, I was not expecting this. I don't think other people are going to expect this either. So I love the challenge. I think Temper Tantrum is really good. Again, though, I hated that there's no reason to explore this beautiful world that, they created, and all the charting and all the salvaging, and I wanted to, 2-tick salvage and do this and that, but I was stuck at Temper Tantrum because it was like 27k an hour, and the next best salvaging thing was maybe 20k for so much more effort. So the other thing that's going on with these Barracuda trials is you have to hit the time for in order to get that rank, and you get a big XP drop. And then after that, you can just, I know we talked about this, but once I got the time, I felt like a huge relief. So I could just chill. I could mess up every single lap, and it wouldn't matter because I get the same XP as the sweaty guy who's world rec pacing. He just has more XP an hour by 10%. So
Yep. It's the best part.
I love that, especially with like Jubbly. But we'll get into that. But
Jubbly.
you should, when you're going for these times, I made a mistake of spam resetting because I wanted to get the time and then relax. What you need to do is, like, if you spam reset like me, you're going to go so slow because you're never getting the bonus XP at the end. So even though it's good for you to learn, like, I think it expedited my learning, I definitely think it like slowed my XP down because I was being like hard-headed and like, nope, I have to get it perfect. And by doing that, I was missing out on so much XP. So if I had to do it again, I would probably just learn the slower way by completing every single lap, regardless of mistakes or time.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the finish on.
Yeah, like that's the whole reason you're there. Otherwise, you're getting a quarter of the XP. So don't do what I did. But
yeah,
that was me for 30 through 55. Just there.
Yep. Poplo, what about you?
Yeah, I mostly did 30 through 55 in salvaging. So I got
Really?
Yeah, honestly. I got level 30 just the way that we talked about, and then I did a couple laps of the Temper Tantrum, got all the bonuses from that, and then like I did a lot of stuff when I was just like working on mobile or something like that. Then the salvaging, once I hit 35 for like Heartless said, for the Barracuda stuff, I think I went 35 to 45 or 47 or something just from salvaging, because it's very slow. I mean, I think I was getting 10 or 15k an hour, but like that's pretty good when you're that low level and you have come, it's still 10 times faster than what you're doing before. And then I just did a couple
awesome.
and then I just did a couple laps backwards to finish off the 55 at Temper Tantrum.
Yeah, Poplo. What are you doing? Everyone's going the other way.
Apparently, there's a right way to go around and a wrong way to go around. And Heartless and I crossed paths a couple times, and I got flamed for going the wrong way. I didn't know.
That was really funny. Yeah, I think the salvaging is such. I mean, we'll talk about it a bit more later, but it's such an excellent part that they've added to have you get that a super AFK experience when you can't be actively playing.
Totally. I call it water woodcutting.
Yeah, exactly.
Water mining.
It is.
So,
guys, I just got the amulet. I just got the Sailor's amulet.
Congrats. Me and Hoyt got it from the really bad salvaging, the very first one.
Yeah, I
right, Hoyt? Or goats,
what?
Yeah, we both got it from the original garbage
why don't we talk about the amulet
section.
Whoa.
Yeah, why don't we? Yeah, let's do that. Hoyt, why don't you tell us why it's so good?
Oh, okay. So it's called the Sailor's Amulet. I believe it comes from just salvaging, right? Cleaning the finds.
Yeah,
and
I think so.
It comes from all the different salvaging spots at a varying rate. I know it comes from multiple ones at least. And it is a amulet, next slot, and it has 3 teleports. You charge it with law runes and water runes, so basically free. And you can go to the Pandemonium, Port Roberts, which is a port in the middle of the ocean, of course, and Deep Fin Point, which is an island, I believe. I haven't been there. Port Roberts is level 50. Deep Fin Point, I think, is past that. Maybe like 60 to 70 range. I don't know. But it's really, really nice because you now unlock the ability to use your crafting cape or, Camelot to bank and then click the Sailor's Amulet and be right back at the front of Pandemonium so you can build your boat and upgrade without having to run to the bank crab, which is really nice. But this thing is rare. I got very lucky on it. I got it in like my first couple inventories of the worst salvage. But some people, I believe I've seen it's like 1 in 700 at some points, and you can go 2 or 3x or way past that. So imagine doing 1,400, 2,100 salvages for it. So it's kind of a mandatory get. And Poplo, what level are you? And you just got it?
60. Yeah.
60. Yeah.
I went a little dry for it, but
yeah,
it's so good.
It's not the end of the world though. It didn't feel like I was. I think that's the good part about it is I was still able to do everything without the amulet. But it's like, I'm gonna want this at some point.
It's just annoying. The amulet is really good. We'll talk about later, but it's specifically good for like upgrading your ship.
Yeah.
And you telly into Pandemonium with like different chunks of gear that you need for it. But yeah, that's 30 to 55. I mean, we kind of broke these down into sections based on the Barracuda trials because, I mean, it's the best XP for each section. And yeah, while there is salvaging, unless you're AFKing, if you're playing at the computer, like you're not going to reach XP rates using other methods, at least that we know of at the moment, besides Barracuda trials. Mind you, there is a little bit of port task stuff that we should talk about later at level 62. But next is Jubbly Jive. 55 to 72 is the Jubbly Jive, boys. The FPS killer itself. Title. Oh, Jubbly Jive.
Javelin.
I mean, we've all got many thoughts on Jubbly Jive, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Who wants to start?
I'll start because at level 60 I barely started it.
Okay.
So I finished the first 2 ranks. And those were fine. I almost got the first one in my first time around. I was pretty proud. I've never done it. Didn't look up anything, and almost got the time on the first one. And then I think it's kind of fun. So for this one, Heartless, you kind of explained how Temper Tantrum worked, but for Jubbly Jive, basically there's a Jubbly bird, and you have to go, and instead of picking up rum, you pick up toads, like the bloated toads, and you have to lure the Jubblies back to the ogre. I can't remember what his name is. Basically. And then whatever level you do, is it Rance?
Maybe. I don't know.
Something like that.
Oh, that stupid,
They're all Rants.
Stupid ogre that I hate so much.
And then whatever level you go up to, you either have to lure 1, 2, or 3 Jubblies back. But so far, guys, I'm still having fun with it because I haven't got the Marlin rank, but there's I just unlocked like the wind moat. I just made that, so it's a part of your ship that you can what is it, the wind extractor or something, and it gives you can store wind boosts basically, and that helps you like skip over some of the like really slow water that's out there, and some of that is like really difficult to do, just like the angle of your ship and how close you are to some of the islands and stuff like that is very difficult to pull off. And so I'm still trying to figure that one out. I haven't been able to do it very well yet, but so far it feels like just another step of intricacy from Temper Tantrum. So I'm going to put the positive spin on it for now. Yeah. I haven't been there long enough to be frustrated with it. And I'll let whoever wants to rip it apart next.
What should we do?
I can.
Fucking Jubbly Jive, man. Okay, Hoyt, you go first. Hoyt and I think, had very similar experiences at Jubbly Jive.
Yeah, so Jubbly Jive is Temper Tantrum's this nice circle, first off. And there's like 3 layers to this circle, like an onion. And you can go inside, then outside, then middle, very straightforward. Jubbly Jive, I remember Swordfish, I don't remember because I think I died it the first try or second. Then Shark, which is the silver medal, that one was actually kind of tough. I kind of equate it to maybe close to the Marlin Temper Tantrum, maybe a little easier. And that one took me a few attempts. And then you hit the Marlin rank on Jubbly Jive, and my mental was just in the trash. Like,
in the
it
bin.
Ruined my day for hours.
Oh, no.
I was spam resetting. It's like, that video game level you just can't beat, so you just keep hitting start and reset, and like all day, and you think about it. I was being mean in real life because my mood was just so bad. I was deafened in Discord, blasting music, just trying to lock in. I finally got Marlin rank after hours of attempts, and it was just brutal. Mostly because, like, RuneScape, we love the jankiness, but it's the first time I really had to come to terms with, the delayed movement with ships. You have to click well before you intend to. And now that I'm more comfortable with ships, like, I don't even think about it, but there is no like true tile you can look at with ships yet. So it's really hard. And there's some really tight corners. There's 2 shortcuts I had to learn. There's timings. And if you hit any tiny rock, your ship comes to a complete stop instantly, and your run is done. So I posted like the gif of the dude slamming his keyboard and the keycaps just flying up in the air, because that's the Jubbly Jive. But I have to say, once I got the gold medal, and I did it a couple times, I went to sleep, came back the next day. It felt so good to just rip through, not worried at all. I was like PBing getting new records. Sometimes I was getting 8-minute completions because I had to go do another lap or 3. But it felt so good to zip through there because I had learned it. So on one hand, it was like traumatic because it was so freaking difficult to wrap my head around. And on the other hand, it was so rewarding because the next day I came back and I felt like a Chad, just zipping through, no problem at all. So that was my experience, and I just finished it like an hour ago for good. I'm not going back there. I'm 72 now. So what about you, Heartless?
Well, I mean, you got to see the full arc of me learning and then falling into the pit of despair at Jubbly Jive.
Oh yeah.
I got the shark rank first try, like the silver medal.
Really nice.
And I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. And then the Marlin, which is like the goal time, it took me like 4 hours. It's insane. Yep. You need to be tick perfect, essentially. I mean, when you get the hang of it, you'll like my PB is like 15 seconds better, but that's being like 0 mistakes made with the faster boat. On your first try, you can barely make any mistakes. You got like a cup, maybe a extra wide turn in you, and that's it. It's such a tight time, and it's 6 minutes, so it's really long. There's a bunch of intricate skips that you have to line up and use your wind for. I was using some really bad guides at first, almost 2 hours without asking anyone. And yeah, it felt like I was in solo queue again in League. That's the feeling I had.
No.
It was that bad in Poplo. That's how bad I felt.
No.
And I was like, Hoyt, I was hard resetting for the time, and wouldn't recommend. Once I had some friends help me, Carl and Juggers and Hoyt, of course. The 3 of them helped me with like different parts of it. I eventually got it, and now I have it down, but it was a painful learning experience. And the thing I hate the most about Jubbly Jive is that the FPS is horrible.
Oh,
it ruins your FPS. I have like 25 to 30 FPS there. Like your boat is just like lurching along.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
That's not great.
And I think everyone's kind of having that too, right? You need a 5090 to run Jubbly Jive. We were saying that was the joke this week.
I built a new PC exactly a year ago, last Black Friday, and at the time it was like there's the highest tier of everything you can get, the GPU, CPU. I was like right under that to save money. And my computer, everywhere I go with HD on, I'm like 155, no problem, FPS. Jubbly Jive, 40, permanent.
It's bad.
Take off every setting, lower it.
Oh my.
It is terrible. It's because the bubbles, I think, are just not optimized. And if something's not optimized, it doesn't matter how rudimentary it looks, it's going to run like shit. So it was, that did not help the experience. The other thing was the entity hider added you can hide boats, and you'll learn real quick. It also hides the boat you have to click on to collect your ammo, your toads.
Oh no!
So you get halfway. It did the same thing with Temper Tantrum. So you have to watch all these other people. So there's one dude who he AFK'd on top of these bubbles, and for those who haven't done it, the bubbles are basically like they're like, I don't know, goo you don't want to go through. It slows your boat down to like a crawl. So they're like rocks, basically. He was AFKing on top of the bubbles, so you couldn't see the bubbles until you got up to his boat, and then his boat hid right into the shadow, and then there's bubbles all under it. And I'm just like, God, I'm so pissed right now. But yeah, Jubbly...
That's hilarious.
The other thing I have to say about Jubbly is the gimmick for this, like we described, are these pillars where you have to throw these toads and it lures this Jubbly. The problem is that the pillars, you have to memorize a route. It's not, so you're not just focusing on your navigation, you're also like trying to memorize literally 19 steps of a puzzle. Now, it's pretty intuitive if you know where to look and what's going on. You don't need to memorize it, but when you're trying to focus on every turn and every boost and every optimization, you have to like skip certain pillars. If you just had to click on every pillar, no problem. I would love it. But you have to, there's a pillar there that's a green pillar. You never have to click the pillar. Mod Husky just wanted to fuck with us, and he put this green pillar for no reason.
Yeah, Hoyt, I totally agree with you, because that's
I hated that.
Temper Tantrum is fun because it's just you, the boat, the barrels, and the pools, and then you grab one thing of rum, and the rum is kind of annoying to get sometimes.
And I still forgot the
easy
rum.
to forget.
Yeah.
The Jubblies,
Oh, yeah.
you have to throw what, like 18 or 19 Jubbly or
18.
things to lure them. Horrible. It's so easy to miss one, even when you know the course and you've done it 50 times. It's so easy to miss one, and some of the throws are really tight. Like you have to turn, like you do a huge turn and then throw the Jubbly at the edge of the arc. Not a good time. So
if the other
with you.
problem is they give you 9 of these frogs for ammo, you need exactly every shot. So if I would catch myself, I would accidentally, let's say I hit the green pillar that you never need to hit. That entire lap is done. The entire run is done. Because I now have 8, and I can't complete the puzzle because I'll be at the other side when I'm out. If they just gave you 12 Jubblies, so you had 3 extra, it would be fine. But you like are basically given a gun with 5 bullets to kill 5 things.
It's true. Yeah, it's
you just play perfectly.
Crazy.
If you just play
I
perfectly,
don't know why
you
they
don't have to
added
worry
that
about
level to it. They could just give you infinite Jubblies.
I found and still find Jubbly training at Jubbly quite tedious.
Yeah.
There's another alternative that I heard of. My friend Fiber was telling me it's about 80,000 XP per hour. Not consistent though, and doing Relica port tasks. Have you heard of this, guys, or no?
I tried to set it up and went right back to Jubbly.
I also tried it a couple times. It's way more chill because you're looking for 4 different tasks that bring you back to Relica. So you start at Relica, you need to be able to teleport your boat. So it only works after 62. And then you just go to a series of different towns. There's some sheet he has explaining it, but you like start in Varlamore, I think.
Yeah.
And then you go across the Sunset Coast, and then you go to Prif, and then you go to Port Tyrus, and then you go to Port Roberts. So basically you go to 4 different ports, and you're just looking for a bunch that send to Relica. Then you go to Relica, chop them all off, and then restart the route. It's more chill because you basically are just sailing and it's relaxing. It's not like you're turning constantly when you're Jubbly.
How does the cargo work though?
The cargo? What do you mean?
So these tasks are taking a cargo from one place to the other, right?
Yeah.
And when you teleport your boat, doesn't the cargo get deleted?
Yes, which is why you teleport your boat from Relica. You start in Relica, you get you tele it, and you start your boat in the Sunset Coast or in Alderaan or something, and then you basically you drive it all the way back.
A lap.
You sail it all the way back. You're doing a one-way
finish
lap.
line is Relica.
Yeah, so you start. It's like you start in Alderaan and make your way over to Relica, and you just hit the ports on the way. But I found there's a bit of RNG in that if you show up to the port and you don't get a Relica task, then you're kind of screwed. And I wasn't really sure what to do at that point. So I did 1 lap and only got 4,000 XP. I'm sure there's going to be more methods like this that come out because I would way rather do that and get even the same or slightly worse than Jubbly than just grind Jubbly the whole time because of how click intensive it is. It reminds me of being in Sepulchre again, which Sepulchre is fine, Hallowed Sepulchre, but I found it just too click intensive and too much brain power. I would rather do rooftops for slightly less XP. So I wish there was something in between salvaging and
I also
Barracudas.
I dislike Jubbly because you can't take a break. They're 6-minute runs. They're 5-minute, 20-second runs, and you cannot. There's one long straightaway, but I can't send a text message and do Jubbly.
Yeah,
like,
it's
very
there's no
hard.
Chill. There's no chill as far as
I
skilling
can't type
goes.
in clan chat and do Jubbly. So I have to wait every 5.5 minutes to interact with anyone or do anything. I can maybe alt tab and skip a song, but you are engaged for 5.5 minutes. Doesn't seem like long, but it makes a video game leisure thing feel like a real job when you can't stop at all.
Yeah, the boat agility allegations are really strong at Jubbly Jive. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But I guess that kind of brings us to the end of this section. And 72 to 99 is the last one, which is Gwyneth Glide. So up Once you're level 72, you can upgrade your boat to get everything you need, and then you head up to the icy lands, and then you can start sending the final course at the moment, which starts at 72, and I think it's about 200k an hour, and I haven't run it, and I guess none of us have. Hoyt, you're about to learn it, but we've spent a lot of time with friends in chat over the last few days who say it's way better than Jubbly, and quite chill by comparison. What do you guys think?
Yeah. They also aren't hitting the time on Marlin, so I'm very scared. Because I won't be satisfied till I hit the Marlin time.
Just don't do the resets, Hoyt.
But they're also doing the same effort as Jubbly for now 3 times the XP, basically, which is probably why it feels a lot better too.
They're not resetting, you know, because the XP is so big. But yeah, and the runs are 6 minutes. You have to get 96 crates, and you get a 15k XP drop for each run. So every 6 minutes,
crates.
you're getting 15k drop, and you're getting 96 little drops because you do get XP for picking up the crates. So it's cool. It's all like elven themed. The outfit, actually, the hat gives you elf ears.
Cool.
So that's badass. And yeah, there's like teleporters is the gimmick for this one. But from what I've heard, there's not like, it's really just focused on like twitch movement, quick reaction, and good boat steering. So it sounds pretty engaging. Whereas Jubbly is all about like optimization on little things and memorization.
Brain power for the extra puzzle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm really looking forward to it. I've definitely heard from everyone that I've seen do it that it's better than Jubbly. So keep pushing through.
Yeah, and again, I think the theme kind of comes back. Really, the only complaint we have and the complaint that other players have that are around the same level or higher is that because Barracuda trials are the best XP per hour, it feels like, not trolling, but if you just want to be efficient with your sailing and get high level, it feels like you have to do Barracuda trials, and it's very click intensive and it's very brain on. Of course, I think salvaging is kind of the answer, but yeah, there's not much in between, right? It's like quite a stark difference.
Yeah, it's not even like, if salvaging was 85% of Barracuda, it'd be like, I'm talking about tick manip salvaging. It would be like worth doing, but when we're talking about like half the XP rate,
even less. It's probably something like
or less.
80k, yeah, which is fine, and that's probably how I'm gonna honestly get 99 because I'm just gonna want to chill. But I'll probably do a little bit of Gwyneth Glide, but I find I don't think I'll be doing it the entire way unless I want to push 99. But I don't know. Anyways, it's that's kind of the journey to 99 at the moment. Obviously, they're going to add another course in the future. Like, they're going to have to. In fact, I'd probably be surprised if they didn't add 2 more trials. What do you guys think?
Oh, absolutely. I think we'll get one every like 6 months for a little while.
Yeah,
I probably more than one to begin with, but
there'll be an 80 trial and then maybe a 90 trial as well.
Yeah. I don't.
That 90 one's just going to be so crazy, though.
Yeah,
they don't have a lot of They don't have a lot of room to improve the XP rates on the upper end, though.
I think maybe they cap it at like 300k for like some crazy course that you're only doing from like 94 onwards. But it's possible, right? If you think about the scaling, but
yeah. Like if they made it 94, that'd be insane.
200k an hour is plenty good. Like,
that's pretty.
I'm not complaining about that XP rate. It's totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
especially if you're clicking into you're clicking like, as intensively. What other skill do you click as intensively as Jubbly or Gwyneth Glide?
Sepulcher, probably.
Like,
Sepulcher?
Yeah, kind of.
Tick manipulation would change it.
Tick manipulating, definitely.
Obviously, this is like a more fleshed out and better design skill than many of the like one-dimensional skills we have. This one's like quite multi-dimensional.
Yeah.
But
what other skills? I guess there's a lot of skills where you do the same method from 72 to 99, but
yeah, I agree with that.
It seems wrong to me. It just seems like it should stop at 87 and you should get something new, you know?
But a lot of the skills are kind of that's the thing. It's still skilling at the end of the day. Like sailing is still skilling. Functionally, you have to train the skill to get the function out of it. Like the reason we train construction is for the rewards, not really for the satisfaction of training it, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
The same goes for crafting. We train crafting to get the upgrades that we need. We train thieving to be able to get the drops that we want. We train agility for the shortcuts that we need. We don't actually train it because we like training the skill. I think some people like training skills. They're called skillers. But for a lot of people, it's all functional. And I think people will a lot of people will see sailing that way too. Like maybe not the most fun to train, or, you AFK it, or maybe you power through using the Barracudas, but the function of sailing is undoubtedly going to be massive. And it already is with all of the different islands and stuff that it's going to unlock.
Yeah.
Yeah, currently I feel like there's not much, like there's not that incentive other than, like the only thing we're going for right now is EXP. There's no carrot at the end now.
But there certainly will be, right?
But there will be, exactly. And so I think that's why all the conversations are just focused around EXP rates, is because that's all that there is. Once you get to 72, you've kind of unlocked everything. I mean, you can unlock upgrades for your boat, but that's once you have the last.
What skill could we connect it to? I mean, it's like if they released farming with like no seed, with no herbs, so you weren't using it for herb lore, and it was just different tree levels.
Well, I don't know.
Like,
this is a terrible. I hate to. This is a terrible
to
example, but like fire making, you just do winter taught all the way to 99 just because you get 99, right? I mean, it's fast. Like you get rewards from the crates, but you don't unlock anything, and that's a little bit. I feel like maybe where sailing's at right now, but it's not. Like you said, it's not going to stay there. No, it's like if fire making just came out and they're like, oh, we're going to release a bunch of new fire making content.
No, but
like I don't know.
One thing I've found really interesting about sailing, I guess this is like a bigger overview, is when you're just sailing around to different ports, you see land masses that you've been on by foot, and then you look from the boat, it looks way different. Like I went by the Coliseum, I was like, damn, that looks so cool. And there's like a hole in the back. Presumably, I don't know where they bring the monsters in. It's just, I found it very interesting to look at places. I didn't even realize that Jubbly Jive was right next to Soul Wars until I was like a few hours in and I saw the Pyre Fiends, someone killing them.
Yeah, it's like you gave a caveman a mirror.
Yeah, basically.
They're just like, what the... It's really jarring.
You can see how connected
from the other side.
The places are.
Like
and that's
Karamja. Karamja's just there. Like, or what am I thinking of? Crandor, I think.
Right.
Yeah, Crandor.
Mm-hmm.
Crandor to me was always in the middle of nowhere. Like, it was like in the deepest corner of the world, and instead it's just right there. I don't know. It always felt like a different universe, but instead it's just like, oh yeah, it's right by the Wizard's Tower, and it's right by Musa Point. I don't know. Probably because you can never see that far, I guess. I don't know. But very eye-opening and cool.
Yeah. Do you guys have a lot of... Do you guys look around a lot? I feel like a lot of times when I'm sailing... I notice this on mobile. Just your draw distance is so bad when you're sailing that it feels like claustrophobic on mobile.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I was like... Okay, so I did the... I was doing the salvaging, and I wanted to go get the blueprints for the salvaging station when I hit 42. And so I was doing that on mobile, and it's like you have to sail across the whole freaking sea to get it. And I didn't have like the most amazing boat, but I had, a couple of repair kits, and I was like eyes glued to the screen looking for the Kraken and stuff whenever I was going to sail into. But if you're just going for a joyride, mobile is not the way to go. I'll say that.
So that's kind of covers the overall XP, the different methods that sort of are currently being used. We're going to talk about the quests a little bit because everyone does them. What are you guys' thoughts on the quests and how they implemented them?
I was surprised at how painless they were. I'm not a quest enjoyer, I'll admit. Like, I hate to say it, I'm ashamed a little, but I just don't really enjoy doing quests as much as I wish I did, and they were really quick and painless and fun, and I loved all of them. There's 4 of them, I believe, and I think they're well paced. You get one at level 1, one at... I know there's one at 22. Is there one
12.
before that, though?
Yeah, 12.
12? Okay, 1, 12, 22, and Tortugan is 45 or 55?
45, yeah.
45.
45? Yeah. So very well paced. I'm sure, I know we'll get, some higher level ones eventually, but I think they just kind of went by quickly. Usually I'm like stuck on one for like a whole night trying to finish something, and there was none of that. So I kind of feel like they made them a little too brief. What do you guys think?
They were short, but honestly, for the amount of effort that they were worth, I think they're fine. I think it's fine to be short.
True.
They should give more XP, the early ones, I think. But it's just like a little boost.
And they're easy to follow as well. That's what my favorite part is. You didn't need a quest guide. You can just look in the quest log, even if you spam through the chat, and see what you have.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm a pretty big spacebar spammer when it comes to quests.
Yep.
I don't really care about the lore. It's just not for me. I just want to usually get the quest done, get to the rewards, and sometimes there's like funny parts, but I always end up watching them back on like Alien Food or someone who takes their time with the quest, and that's fine. I don't mind watching, but me myself, I just want to bash through them as fast as possible. And usually quest helper, some of the master ones can be really hard, but these ones were great. They were easy to follow. You could check your log, and I hope they do that going forward for the tougher quests.
Yeah, they did excellent with that, because on day 1, there was the wiki's like untrustable, it's like it's got patches and holes in it. They're writing it as you're doing it. And being able to just use the in-game quest guide, it was so easy, and it was the way to go for sure.
Yeah, you don't want players to be frustrated on quests that are getting them into a skill that you want them to keep using, right?
Mm-hmm.
No. Yeah.
So I mean, these ones are simpler. I'm sure we're gonna get some really high level, hopefully some Grandmaster sailing quests or sailing required quests at some point. I think that's gonna be really fun. Imagine you have to chase down some pirates or something. There could be some really cool stuff.
Hear me out. The Song of the Elves light puzzle, but on the water.
Oh no! We're gonna get water puzzles for sure. Don't put that evil on us, Poplo. Don't. But imagine doing that without a guide.
And with rocks stopping you on your way.
Wait, guys, I forgot. This is an update that I didn't even say, but I finished Song of the Elves on the group Iron Man.
Oh,
right before Sailing came out
GZ.
on Tuesday.
No quest guide, right?
No quest guide. First time playthrough. No, I'm just kidding. 100% quest guide. Okay, I was gonna say though, for the sailing, this is maybe a small thing, but are there any other? Okay, this was my gripe. Is why is the Shelbane Griffin a freaking Slayer monster when there's no other quests that you have to kill a Slayer monster for in the quest, and then go back and get a task to kill it again? All the bosses, you can either just kill them again, or they're just Slayer bosses, not part of a quest. What's up with that? I think they should have just made. I mean, they're just Griffins, dude. They're the lowest level. They should have been able to be made assigned as a Slayer thing, and then have the option. Huh?
Did you unlock them? You kind of have to. The rewards are insane. I'm gonna look for a Griffin task and do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying, why is it a Slayer boss? Why do you need a task to kill the boss Griffin, the Shelbane Griffin?
I don't know either. And the Griffin seems like, I know it's for early mid game, but it seems like it's just there for pet hunters. So now making pet hunters hunt for tasks.
Have to go get a task for it. I think it's dumb. Yeah. I think they should have just made Griffins a task, and then you can kill the boss if you want to, and have the damage and get XP for it.
Probably because of the weapon. Maybe they want the weapon to be valuable, but I don't see a good argument. Yeah.
Still. Yeah.
Tell us about the boss though. Have you tried? I guess you haven't gotten a task.
I haven't gotten a task. No, not yet. I haven't been going for it.
Been seeing some people in the clan chat going for it. The boss fight itself, it was trivial because I was in, late game gear and a full inventory of high level food, but it smacked me around a little bit. But I didn't have to learn anything, thankfully.
No,
but
it's pretty brain off.
Looks cool. So we'll see. Heartless, do you have any thoughts on the boss?
No, I'm gonna probably grind it a little bit.
Yeah.
As soon
Can
as
I
I
go for
get
the pet?
Yeah, I'll probably go for the pet.
Are you I was gonna ask you earlier, but yeah, are you a pet hunter now that you got your trifecta? Now you have a few more.
I think
this
post
upgrades to go for.
Grandmasters, yeah, I'll probably do some light pet
Oh
hunting.
yeah, GMs first.
I've already started
Yeah,
a
you
couple.
better practice them.
I've already gotten a few pets. I've been going well. It's been going well.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to have to do the Griffin for Zuckhelm, though. They're going to add combat achievements. That's going to be funny.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
hilarious.
no. Oh my gosh.
They're going to be pissed. No, they're going to be like Scurious level.
Yeah. I mean, the Griffin is so easy to kill. I think you can kill it with almost like no gear. So
Perfect.
you just have to be heavy. You just have to be heavy.
Where that, that
we've
turtle
chatted
shell
quests.
cool.
Then the sort of next big thing that we need to talk about is the shipbuilding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they come in thick and fast. The upgrades, you basically have to get them right away because they make a big difference to your boat.
You need to upgrade it before you get to Temperos too.
I like that it's basically straightforward too. It's like quite obvious. You need the next upgrade before you go into the next ocean area, and each upgrade kind of gives you durability or speed or whatever. So I like that it's straightforward. I did find myself every few levels running back to Pandemonium, bringing my boat and having to upgrade it, and it takes a while.
Yes.
So that part's a bit tedious, but overall I thought it was like relatively obvious what you should be doing.
Yeah, so there's a you talk to the shipwright and you customize boat, and then you're in this shared instance kind of. So you can see other people. You can't see their boats, but you can see them running around. And there's a board with the major ship upgrades, so your mast, your hull, your keel, and then you can board your boat for the facilities, so the cargo hold, the salvaging hook, cannons, etc. And I think everybody would agree that that's weird, because you would tell someone, oh, go upgrade your salvaging hook, and then they would go to the board and look around, and they go, I don't see it, dude. Where is it? Are you sure? Like, I don't think I have one. And you're like, no, you have to go onto your boat, and then you have to click on the, the empty square, and then you have to add to. So I kind of wish it was all in one place. I can see logically why, but it's a tiny bit unintuitive, and you have to kind of know what you want before you go in there. I use a spreadsheet that has every upgrade by level and what I need. Yeah, because like trying to click through the menus to find you're making 10 trips just for one upgrade. It gets to be bad. Another thing while we're on the topic, you turn 5 planks into like a ship part, or 5 bars into a ship part. And then you turn 5 of these ship parts, so we're talking about 25 bars or planks now, into one large ship part. And it's just, I get logically like big ship means big resources, but having to do this process where you refine 5 to 1 and then 5 to 1 is
so much.
It ends up being like 400 planks for a hole. I'm fine with 400 planks, but like, can I just pay you? Like, do I have to do this 4-step process?
It's painful, and it makes me worried about the dragon upgrades eventually.
Yeah. So that's my thoughts on shipbuilding. But otherwise, I think what they've done well is there's not a lot of bloat. There's 4 sections to the boat, and each one like kind of matters, and each one you can do. In a lot of video games, I feel like you say, hey, I want to customize a ship, and there's like 400 menus of like, the color of the mast and the color of the can, and like it gets overwhelming.
Yeah.
and it's not overwhelming at all. You like check 4 things, and then you hop on your boat and check like 3 things. You're done.
That'll
So
come
I do
eventually.
want to applaud them on that.
Right? Like if they ever bring
Eventually, yeah.
ship PvP, I'm sure we'll get like a pirate flag and stuff.
This one only works in the wilderness, and
Yeah.
it's got a 0.85 multiplier.
Yeah.
The PvP rules.
I agree though, like it's quite intuitive too, because they even added it just the other day to the menu, so you can just click on the upgrade you want right through the sailing menu, and it'll tell you what you need in your chat box.
Yeah, that's been amazing.
Nice.
Saves a lot of time. Poplo, any thoughts on shipbuilding before we move on to the activities we can do?
So I had the opposite problem that Hoyt has is as soon as I went to port, I jumped on my boat to like try to upgrade things, but you have to upgrade. Yeah, there's like the core boat elements, and I could not find that stupid board for forever, dude. I did not know where to go. I was clicking on everything on the boat, trying to figure out how to do it, stuff like that. I could not figure it out. I will say,
very subtle.
it's pretty nice when you can just go to the
And it
GE
looks like the
and buy
bouncy
things.
board.
It does. It does.
You'd think it's just a port task board. You're like, oh, I don't need that. I'm trying to upgrade right now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's a big. This was actually one of the things that was under my cons, but I moved it to the pros section. Is that like it's kind of overwhelming to learn all the things that you need to do, but then the system is very easy. Like what you're saying, Hoyt. There's your core stuff, and then there's like your boat facilities that you can upgrade. And so once you like figure that out, you don't need to learn, like you don't need to know things. You just need to know like where they go, and then yeah, you can just use the skills tab to tell you what you need. And I will say the most annoying part is just having to fill up your inventory with supplies to go make one upgrade, and then you have to go back.
You're
to
always
the bank,
missing something.
Go back, yeah, and you forgot the rope for the salvaging hook or something stupid like that, and then you have to go all the way back to the bank and all the way back to Port Sarim, and yeah, that's the only gripe that I have with it. But otherwise, it's pretty intuitive. It's pretty fun. Yeah, like the 30 to once you start doing temper tantrum, then like the upgrades come in pretty fast and hot, and that just feels very good.
And how do I feel about the random naming of the boats?
Our friend Carl got Sarah Doman's clam.
Sarah Doman's clam. I mean, you've probably all seen the one on Reddit, right? The one that was called White Pride.
It was White Power, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was White Pride.
Is it Pride?
Yeah, I think it's Pride.
No, I think it was Pride. Shit.
But
that's terrible, man.
There's some
Good
pretty
God.
hilarious, randomly generated names. What did you guys get for your boats?
Oh shoot, what
I
am
got
thinking?
Trusty Boat or Trusty Ship, and then the first one, which is my
Trusty Ship.
Barracuda ship, is called Mighty Dragon. That's a badass one.
That's a good
That's
one.
a good
That's
one.
a good one.
Yeah. The one I'm rocking is called the First Lament.
Oh,
I think that was pretty good.
interesting.
Damn.
I think that was pretty good too. What?
What's your other one?
The big one is the Rising Dasher.
Oh, that's good too. That's pretty
That's
good.
not bad.
Show you a
Yeah.
Rising Dasher.
The Rising Dasher. What are yours?
My big one's called the Excessive Demon.
Oh,
Interesting.
I like
and then
that.
my little one's called the Weeping Wind, which I like quite a bit.
Oh, that one's cool.
Nice.
Little
Those are pretty good.
emo boat.
Yeah, little emo boats for me, but it's all
Hell
good.
yeah.
So that's let us know if you got some good boat names. Drop them in the comments. It's actually funny to see what people have gotten. So we're gonna move on to the activities and kind of just go through each one briefly. We're gonna start with port tasks. We briefly touched on them. I mean, it's your early game XP. It's basically an A to B task, and there's also kind of like a hunter rumor style where it says, go kill some sharks, and you have to bring back parts of the sharks to complete the task. They give you chunks of XP. What are you guys' thoughts on the port tasks?
I wish they were better. Yeah, I think they're great. I want to do them more, make them rewarding so that I can do them.
Yeah.
It would be perfect podcast content to drive from Varlamore to, across the sea to this other. It's like partially AFK, partially attention. So, I like them.
It feels
Bounty's cool. The cannons are fun.
It just feels like, like a lot of skills have just like that one middle part of the skill that you just have to grind, and it just sucks. but you have to do it to get on to the next stuff. That's what that felt like to me. It was like, these are not that fun after you go through the like all the course, like all the routes, and you've charted everything. Like, this is just not that fun, and the boards are really far away from the dock, and the only good part about it is they put in a warning when you hop off your boat, like, hey, you have cargo you might want to grab.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Thank God for that, because there's
I actually have a pro tip
times.
before I forget. So they have a warning for when you hop off without your cargo. They don't have a warning enabled for depositing cargo to the wrong dock. And I know you're thinking, well, just read the task. But when I was distracted, I swear I wiped 2 tasks because I dropped them at Pandemonium when they're supposed to go to Musa Point or something. And when you click on that table, they just disappear. There's nothing. They're just gone. And they're like, well, you did the wrong thing. Go do it again.
Oh, that sucks.
If you go in your settings and type in sailing, there is a checkbox you should click because one day you might go do it. And it's worth the time. And it's called Port Task Cargo Deposit Warning. You'll be warned when attempting to deposit at the wrong port. And for some reason, it's turned off by default. So go turn that on. But sorry, I'll let you continue. Poplo on the port tasks.
No, that's mostly all I had. The other complaint that I had with them is the XP is not like, is it the same? I could not figure out how the XP worked because I was dropping off like 3 tasks at one port, and I would get different XP for like every
they're all different
like task
depending on what they are. I think that's part of the problem is no one has put the time in to come up with good routes for it, and it might be a little bit inconsistent. But I feel like if there was more consistent, or if there was a re-roll system on the boards where you could like re-roll for different tasks, and you could make it a little bit more streamlined, then you could come up with some good routes with some good XP. But right now it feels too inconsistent. But this is what I want sailing to be. This is kind of like my ideal training method, if you will. I find, as much as I like the Barracuda trials, I wouldn't want to do that all day just to grind the XP. I feel like this would be a bit more chill, and it feels like more what sailing should be about, you know? Carrying stuff, going and killing things for people. Maybe upgrading the loot from just giving you coins and XP until giving you like a bag that will have a variety of different things, from kind of like they do with Hunter Rumors.
Yeah, or they could put a reward on it.
Increased
of, like,
chance
something...
of the yeah, who knows?
Give us the new planks and logs and shit. Come on, give us lead bars.
That would be cool. Or a sack full of all those things. A chance at the pet, or a chance at like one of the transmogs for it. This is how you get the transmogs for the boat, but currently, the transmogs being like the trims, but currently the only thing you really get from them is the XP and then the trims, which is maybe just not quite enough reward to make them worth it. So what if they were more rewarding but less XP than Barracuda trials? It could make it an attractive alternative for some people.
Yeah.
And
I think the bounty tasks are a big L. Like, you would think Slayer at sea, like Sea Slayer, would be like, people would be foaming at the mouth. I think they would, but and the cannon's really fun to use. I encourage you guys to go use it. It's like really satisfying. But the XP's just not there. So some people are doing it for money. You can get dragon sheets from killing some Kraken or something like that. But your average, like, Iron Man or something, like, you're just not doing these tasks. There's just no reason besides fun. So I'd love to see bounty tasks like Hunter Rumors. Everyone loves Hunter Rumors. And here they are, just waiting to be used. So
yeah, I think some rewards and maybe slightly boosted XP or more consistency in the charting or the boards would be how they could fix it. But overall, though, we love the idea, right, of port tasks.
Yes, well done.
It's very cool to be visiting different places around the game. So next is sea charting. Hoyt, you take this one because you've done more than us.
I freaking love sea charting, and they took the time and they took the effort to write really clever, cool game references all over the world. They're basically like these little like random events, not really because they're static, but they have riddles, and there's like 5 different ones. They built all this stuff up, and then there's nothing behind it besides like if you do like all of them, you get a 2.5% XP boost for sailing. You can put it on your ship, which sounds great. But by the time you did all of them, you lost more than 2.5% to like 99 in time.
Mhm.
So, here's what I would do to fix it. I think you unlock charting per like level bracket already. I think at the beginning of every level bracket, they should say, "Oh, Hoyt, you just unlocked this new sea. Go do all the charting first, just like you would do a new quest. You get a big XP boost, and then you can go do everything else." Like, it should be something that, like, I'm not gonna say is mandatory, but you'd be dumb not to do it because it's free XP. It's like XP lamps in the ocean, and then it makes players go out and see the world that they built, and see the references and all the puzzles. I think there's so much potential here, and it will never be used because each one is like 100 XP, and if you do all 20, you get like 1,000 XP. It's just so bad compared to one trial. You get all of that in a fraction of the time. So that's my rant. Make them just buff the XP and make people like want to do them because they're temporary. You can measure it. I know you can't measure Barracuda trials because like people can infinitely do it, but there's only so many nodes in the game for sailing. You can calculate how much XP when they can click on them, and also make them like disappear once you've done them. Because like Poplo said, the shiny water is such a bait. But there's a new plugin, the sailing plugin will like highlight them different colors if you've done them or not. And lastly, the wiki has a map. Look up sailing map wiki, and it has every single salvaging point, every mob spawn. Well, maybe not the mob spawn. Every charting spot. So you can draw your own maps. You can look. It's really good for me for salvaging spots, but especially for the you can see what corner of the world your unfinished tasks are because it works with the WikiSync plugin. But yeah, that's it for me on sea charting. Poplo?
Yeah, I have nothing to add. So Poplo, what about you?
I don't really either. Sea charting's fine.
I've not done any of it to be honest, unless it's in front of my face.
Like, it's fine. It needs to have more XP for the one-off things that you can do, or for completing an area. Maybe give it more incentive to complete a whole area or an ocean. But other than that, it's fun. I mean, it's kind of cool to see the stuff from different angle. But yeah, have you done any of the weather pattern charting? I haven't done any of that.
No.
Yet.
No, I hated it in the beta, but I just saw the sailing plugin has a solver, so I'm really hoping I don't have to engage with it. It's basically a hot and cold thing. It's the exact same as a hot and cold clue step.
Gotcha. Okay.
Imagine solving that without a plugin. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm very surprised that Jagex is okay with the level of effort they put into sea charting and the level of engagement they're getting. I'm sure they're not, but it's like literally, like, I'm talking to you two. You two haven't even done it because there's no reason to do it.
Yeah, it's
and
kind of
they
a waste
put
of time.
hundreds of hours in it.
I think they're going to make some adjustments in the coming weeks before they go on break, just to sort of touch all this stuff up. So now that we've talked about that, the next two we've kind of covered in some depth already, and they are Shipwreck Salvaging, which is the ultra AFK way to train, and Barracuda Trials, which is like the click intensive high XP rates way to train. Is there anything we need to mention about these two?
Nope.
No, I think we can basically move on.
I think we're good.
Both of them are good, right? But that they're at their own sort of respective ends of the spectrum. Next is deep sea trawling. So this is where you take your nets and you go out and you get some fishing done. Have you guys even dipped your toes into this yet?
Haven't even built it. Nope.
No, neither have I. Neither have I.
I think from what I've seen, you get pretty low XP. And because obviously you're splitting it between two skills, that's going to happen. I think this is going to be for the gold makers out there. I think this will be the method, like anglerfish. I don't know what mains do AFK to make money, but I would think it's not really AFK either, but I'm hoping there's a method where you can make a few mil an hour getting that highest level fish for the PKers who actually need every single last hit point in their inventories. So that's my theory.
That's just all PVMers though. Like Poplo's only going to use Marlin from now on, going forward. He's so rich that the extra 2 HP is just worth whatever price he's going to pay, reasonably. He's not going to pay like 20k a pop, but if they're below 5k, it's going to be, water off his back, because an extra drop in a trip is going to be worth that change. And I think most mains will see
definitely
this is just the new standard fish. So I would expect Marlin to be very expensive, probably 4 to 10k at the moment, or maybe they settle around, what would you say, 3,000, something like that. They'll be expensive.
Yeah, more. Well, they'll probably be.
They're going to be in demand though, because a lot of bosses that have been released in the last few years have been hard food bosses.
Yeah,
what I mean by that is,
I think they'll end a little bit higher than anglerfish.
Yeah, which is good, right? But if you think about it, all the recent bosses, Yama, Royal Titans, Amoxolotl, Huey, I'm just naming all the recent ones, Araxites, all the DT2 bosses, Muffin, they're all non-brew bosses. They're not like Nex, they're not like these high level. You just bring hard food and prayer potions. And Marlin are going to be used at all of those places to extend your trips. So a really cool upgrade to the game.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope they tweak them so I have a reason to go there. We'll
Once
see,
again, though,
I guess.
Hoyt, for you and me being Iron Man, I expect to just never be able to use Marlin unless they add eventually a C boss that will drop hundreds of, like a 50 raw Marlin here and there, where I can actually cook them and use them.
Yeah.
I think that's the only, PVM is like the only way I get hard food now, unless I'm going for anglerfish in AFK time.
Yeah.
I think something will drop them. They'll be on the Raids 4 drop table, probably.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. Raids 4,
I think
raid at sea.
Unless they make it some type of AFK thing that you can do, like method to get them.
Carom bombs are notoriously known as one of the best AFK in the game, right? They don't move. There's a fairy ring. So if they are going to add a sailing requirement, they should have a method that is like a little better than Carom bombs, considering the fact that you first have to get 85 sailing, for example. So I don't think they're going to do that, but that would be my wish. Like, give us a reward for hitting 85 sailing is this new busted AFK fishing method.
Yeah, I wish.
And then people actually consider it.
I mean, I'm going to hold my judgment because I haven't really tried deep sea fishing, but yeah, hopefully there's a way to consistently get these fish at a reasonable pace. The next thing on
don't want it to be dead content.
Yeah, I agree. The next thing we want to talk about is the ocean encounters. What are your guys' thoughts on these? I mean, I've barely done any.
So these are a variety of things, but it's like you get the strong winds that you drive through, and then you can trim your sails. Clue turtles, which are amazing. I haven't gotten one, but I've seen pictures and friends have gotten them. Yeah, this little turtle comes up and gives you a clue scroll or scroll box.
So adorable.
There's castaways, so there'll be like a little person swimming in water, like floating on a plank, and they can be dropped off at a gangplank for bonus XP. Yeah, that's hilarious. I haven't gotten one of those either. Lost shipments, I've gotten these. These are useless little crates you find that have crappy things in them. I guess maybe, actually, no, it looks like they might be able to have some useful things, but some people get like a steel bar.
Yeah,
there's a giant clam. Yeah, I think I got myth arrows or something. A giant clam, which gives collection log pearls. Not sure what I think they're just collection log items. You turn them in at the museum. I'm sure they'll be used for something at some point, maybe. And then an ocean man who will give you a cocktail. He's like floating on a raft with a coconut and a straw, and he gives you a cocktail if you talk to him. So
that's awesome. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, there's something you can put on your ship, like one of the kegs, that'll make these more that'll happen more often. So collection loggers will probably do that and hope they get the pearl random. But yeah, interesting. I love the clue turtles are definitely the highlight though.
Yep, that's it for ocean encounters. Yeah, I haven't really come across them, so thanks for taking that one on. Crewmates are next. We briefly talked about the fact that they have some different things that they sort of excel in. I guess they basically have a 1 to 4 stat in deck handiness, which is to do with your salvage hooks, privateering, which is to do with how they use the cannons, and then I can't remember what the third one is, but it's basically how well they use the sails and how fast they go. So I think that's what it is anyways. So they all have different stats. I find it's weird that the most OP ones you basically get right in the middle, and then the ones at like level 95 suck, or by comparison they're not as good.
It's weird.
Because you basically just want the one with the highest stats doing the thing that you're doing. So if you're doing salvaging, you're just going to have Cabin Boy Jenkins, the ghost, which you get at level 55, sitting there on the other hook, and you may be on the other hook. You're not going to use the level 95. So I find it a little bit strange, but I mean, it's pretty cool that you can get crewmates.
The ones at level 90 and 95 are level 4 in helmsmanship, which I assume is the sailing one.
So you must go faster with them, right?
Yeah, but why wouldn't you just be the one steering? So I don't know.
No.
Interesting system though.
I don't know.
I like the idea.
I also feel
like hunting for the right guy for the job.
I feel like later it is, unless you're going to like some island out in the water, like random place, it's going to be way faster just to teleport your boat to places.
Oh yeah. No, you're not sailing anywhere. Okay.
So
and usually I think what they did was they went in the quest files and they Control F looked for anyone who mentioned sailing. So ex-Captain Syad, he in the desert mining quest, whatever, he mentions, longing to be a sailor and previously being one. So it's cool that they have these Easter egg references, bringing them back. And then, of course, everyone's favorite Cabin Boy Jenkins is the guy who we kill on our quest, not purposefully, but he dies in our quest to go kill Alvarg on the way there. So the first thing he says when you talk to him, he's like, "Hey, you're the guy who got me killed, you piece of," So there's cool Easter eggs, but yeah.
Next, the pet. The pet. We ended up getting the turtle. It's called Soup. I did see a few pics of people
messed
getting
up
it.
name.
Messed up name. I saw a few people getting it at level, 100 XP, so level 2 or something.
Yeah,
which is classic for a pet like this. You always get a few lucky people. What do you guys think about it?
Sweet. Cute.
Curious to hear what the meta will be for it. Very interested to see what the best method is to get it.
Yeah,
seems like you can just get it from any XP, whereas all skilling pets have a specific thing. Like Tangleroot, you have to click on the check health option, right? And then woodcutting, you have to be cutting a tree. You can't be doing, I don't know, obviously, but I'm just interested to see what the meta becomes to farm it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, someone got it from just trimming their sails out in the wild.
Yeah, port tasks, salvaging.
I suspect it's just woodcutting. You can get it from anything, right?
Yeah,
just at obviously varying degrees. So the final,
no one in the clan.
Yeah, no Soups in the clan yet. I find that
weird.
Crazy. It must be very rare.
Could be one of us.
That'd be one of us. Could be mid pod. You never know. That'd be wild. Finally, our last thing we wanted to briefly touch on, so we kind of cover the skill in full here, is the temporary boosts. So you can buy these I think at the moment, the only temporary boosts you can get are the beers that you buy in Pandemonium. And you can stick them in your keg on your boat, so you can basically boost to do salvaging early and stuff like that. What do you guys think about this? About having a boost system available?
I love it. There's one that blew my mind that I found out late that I want the listeners to know. So when you do Temper Tantrum and you finish the silver medal rank, the shark rank, talk to the guy, he'll give you a reward, which is 2 Whirlpool Surprise, which is a blue beer, and it gives you a plus. Wait, that's not the right one, is it? I thought that was it. What's the +3 one? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Either way, he'll give you a beer that's +3 sailing, and then you can buy them from the Pandemonium. I don't know if you have to talk to him first to unlock them, but either way, when you're building your ship, add +3 in your head, and then you can build things, but don't do it for facilities like your cannon or your hook, because then you can't use them because you're not the right level. So do it for like your helm, your mast, your hull, all that stuff. Just don't do it for facilities. But it really, really helps at like Jubbly Jive. You can get that next level boat 3 levels early, and it's a noticeable difference. So definitely do it.
Very cool. I didn't even think about that. Where do you did you use that to get
talk
yours?
to the guy.
Great.
You said you used it to get your upgrades early, right?
Yes,
Nice.
yeah, 3 levels.
That's wicked. Definitely worth doing that. I didn't realize you could use it for your core boat upgrades. I didn't even think about that. That's some nice tech there, Hoyt. Well done.
Yeah, you can also stew boost if you're at like the late level and you want that level 90 ship. It might be worth 85 stew boosting, but you probably won't catch me doing that. +3 is probably okay for me.
So, and then you can put that can you put that in the keg on the boat and just always have a +3?
Yes,
or how does that
yeah.
work too?
So you get this barrel stand on your boat, and if you put 25 of the beer, there's 5 different beers I'm looking at with different attributes. Then you have a permanent boost while you're on the boat, so your sailing will be +3. But I don't know. I haven't built the keg, but it says, I don't know if you can just permanently fill up glasses. You have to drink them. I don't know how that works.
I think you just need a beer glass with you and you can keep filling it. That's what I've seen streamers do. But either way, that's cool. Really good tech, Hoyt.
Yeah.
That basically brings us to the end of everything we wanted to talk about. I guess, should we do final thoughts before we hit the chest room? Hoyt, do you want to start?
Final thoughts. Massive W. I know people are kind of negative because it's slow, but push through, man. Like, I know it's cliche at this point, but any skill early game is going to be kind of, awful. But Barracuda trials are great. I do wish there was more variety, and I didn't feel inclined to only do them. But overall, taking many steps back from where I'm, my current grind of doing 12 hours a day of Barracuda, I think it's a beautiful skill, really well done. I think it fits really well into Old School RuneScape. So massive round of applause for Jagex, but I think we all know that there's a little bit of tweaking that they still need to do to really squeeze all the juice out of what they worked hard for.
Poplo?
Pleasantly surprised, I would say, with how the update has gone, how I've enjoyed it so far. I don't have a lot to add. I feel like I've kind of said most of the things that were on my list. Yeah. Like I said, more pros than I was expecting. I was kind of really trying to be nitpicky, but I was like, there's a lot of things that they did pretty decently well. But yeah, push through the early levels. It speeds up a lot. And keep your head on straight when you're out in the Jubbly Jive.
Yeah, watch out for the jive. Watch out for your FPS.
Be patient.
I would say I agree mostly with what you guys say. This is the foundations of the skill. Right now, it's just all about training, and we're obviously going to get more in the future. And I think it's a great foundation. The mechanics work so well. I can't wait to see what they add to it, to sort of the end game of sailing, if you know what I mean, like the sort of the bigger stuff. Because right now it feels like it's 1 to 70 kind of, and then people who are going for 99 will just use the best method available. But it seems like they've got a lot of the beginning of the skill fleshed out, and they're kind of leaving room to see where it can go in the future. Sort of like with Slayer, how they slowly progressed, filled out the end game. I think they'll do the same with sailing. But the foundations are strong, and we are being nitpicky, but that's just because we care and we want to make sure it can be the best it can be. So
definitely.
Yeah, I don't think we've been too negative. I think we're just trying to point out things that we would improve if the devs ever decided to listen to us. You never know. You got to do it in a constructive way, right? You can't just hate, or you never get anywhere. But overall, I think it's been a big W. I agree with you guys. So
Yeah.
that's that for sailing. We'll check back in next week. I imagine most of us, the three of us, will probably still grind it so we can see, how our wrists are feeling after, many more hours of the Gwyneth Glide Barracuda course. But until then, we're going to go and see you after the chest room. Bye.
Peace.
See you.
Hello and welcome to the chess room. This is Hoyt, of course, and it is my turn this week to come up with either a game or a topic or really any wild card for the other hosts. This week we just have Heartless. Poplo had to attend to another thing, so I am saving something I planned for the two to go head-to-head, of course, but instead I have a game we've played before, Person, Place, or Thing. What do you think, Heartless?
Yeah, I'm up for it. Can't wait.
This is a fun last one, and it's an easy one to organize, and I think it's fun. The listeners can play along too. So how it works is I will tell Heartless I'm thinking of a person, place, or thing, and then he has, we'll just say 20 guesses to figure out what the person, place, or thing is. So you usually want to start with big questions. Is it a man or a woman? And then narrow it down slowly. So to start, Heartless, I'm thinking of a place in the RuneScape in Gielinor. And it is labeled on the RuneScape map.
Okay. It's labeled on the RuneScape map.
And they have to be yes or no questions, of course.
Okay, is it a city?
No.
It has to be named, though, I would assume. So if you scroll in, you would see the name of it.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, is it an island?
No.
Is it... Okay. I've used 2 so far. Is it like a kingdom or like an area?
No.
Thinking of a place. When you mean place, you mean like very specific, like, I don't know, a lake. Or like a very specifically named lake, something like that.
That
I'm just
be...
double checking the rules here.
That
can be a question. Yeah, it's a question.
No, it should be a large thing. I don't know how to.
Should be visible.
Okay.
I'll get the idea after I get crushed on this one. Okay.
Think of it like finding a chunk on the map that I'm thinking of.
Is it a guild?
No.
Okay. I mean, this is just tough. I guess I just got to start guessing at this point. Is it in Toronto?
No.
Is it in Kandarin?
No.
God damn. Well, I guess I keep going. Is it in Asgardia? I don't really know where else to go with this. Wait.
No.
Because I don't know what I'm looking for yet. I don't know how specific you're going to be.
You're only 7 in.
Okay, is it in the desert?
No.
Is it underground?
No.
Good, okay. If you said yes, I would have been pissed at you. Okay, it's in the wilderness?
Yes. There we go.
Okay, I've made some...
You're halfway through. You got 10 questions left.
I've made some progress. Is it above level 20 wilderness?
Yes.
Is it above level 30?
Yes.
Is it above the gate?
Yes.
Okay, now we're doing well.
Yep. He's cooking.
Is it the mage training arena?
No, you got 6 left.
Okay, well, I guess I could just guess everything. Is it east of the mage training arena?
No.
Oh, that helps. Is it the pirates hideout?
No.
Is it the Lairen's chest?
No.
Is it the Wildy agility course?
No. You have two guesses left.
There's only two more things out here. Is it the deep world? Well, you said it's not underground, so is it the frozen waste plateau?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. We got it.
All
There
right.
are only two things left, so there we go. Okay, I understand what you mean now. I get
Hell
the idea
yeah.
of the game.
Okay, you did it. Yeah.
Okay, I did it. Yeah,
On
with
the
one
edge
to
of our
spare.
seats.
That was tough. That was tough. That was very tough.
That was tough. I think last time I did like Karazi Jungle and it was a little quicker. So
Yeah,
Okay.
may have been.
so that was our place. So next, Heartless, I'm thinking of a thing. So
Oh,
a
God.
game
So
item.
an item, right? An item that you can. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna find out. Can you equip the item?
No.
Great. Is the item worth over 1 million coins?
No.
Is it untradeable?
No.
This is gonna be so damn hard. It's not untradeable, and it's worth less than 1 million coins, and it's not equipable. Is it a tool, like used in a skill?
No.
Oh god, you're killing me, Hoyt. You're killing me. These item ones
You
are
get so stressed
hard.
out, but you do good. You just you get big picture to small picture. See, once you got the wilderness, it was easy. So you just got to
Is
find
it-
that category.
I know. Is it? So you said it's not a tool. Is it something to do with magic?
No.
Okay, it's not. Is it a resource?
No.
It's not a resource. It's not a tool. It's not equipable. Is it from a clue scroll?
No.
Yeah, that was not the right question. Is it on the collection log?
No.
God damn it! Like this makes it so much harder. It makes it so much harder. Let's have a think here. It's not untradeable. It's not a resource. That you see, that is what's really throwing me. And it's not a tool. What else could it be? Is it tied to any specific skill?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, well, if it's a new item, I'm just gonna take the L.
It's not.
I figured it wouldn't be.
It's very old.
Very old. Well, that's a
Oh,
hint.
giving
I
him
can
a
take,
hint.
I guess.
Yeah.
He's
I
giving
think
me
you're
a
on
hint.
question 8, so you got plenty. You got 12 more. You got time.
The non-resource thing is just throwing me for a loop. Is it cheap, as in like under 100 gold?
It's not under 100 gold, no.
Under 1,000?
No.
Okay. Oh, you're fucking killing me with this. Is it, if you do you need more than one, like multiples of this thing, or just
yeah.
one is
Yeah.
enough? You need so you
Multiples.
need many.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Will I have a large stack in my bank?
Yes. Large is subjective, but yeah, you'll have some in your bank. I would think.
Okay. This is very tough. Like,
He's looking at his bank.
I'm not looking at my bank. I'm
Okay,
currently
good.
plundering, so I'm
That
just
would be
I'm
good.
literally I'm in the tank right now. I'm in the tank, Hoyt. Hands are on the temple. You need a stack of it. It's not a resource, so it can't be gold or bones or anything like that. It's gonna be something. It can't be a tool but it's. You said it's tied to a very specific skill.
It is.
I think the question that I asked you of is it a resource is really throwing me for a loop here.
Well, what? I'll give you another hint. What do you do with resources?
Well, you consume them or use them to make things.
Uh-huh.
What is that supposed to help me?
Well, all of those things aren't resources, right? They're
What do
like
you mean?
products. resources make products, right?
Okay, so it's a product of a resource that isn't itself a resource. So it's not like a Ceridome brew or something, because that's a resource.
Is that a resource?
Yeah, it's a food resource.
Oh, resource has to be gathered.
Oh! Okay, so you think it... Okay, that's why I'm confused now.
Yeah, I think resource is subjective. I see resource as like raw material. Like
okay, see, I thought it was just anything you consume. Is it a potion or a food?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna make it a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a stat boosting potion?
No.
It's not a stat boosting potion. Okay. Let's think about this. There are many, many potions in the game. There are many potions. Is it green, Hoyt?
Yes.
Is it a green? Okay, that narrows it down.
Damn, he's on.
And it's not stat boosting. Is it a prayer potion?
No.
Is it an antidote? Plus, I guess, or one of them?
No.
Do I have to ask each one specifically? No.
No.
That's fine. Okay, what other grubs? And the tank on green potions now. Oh, God. There's some real whack ones out there. It's
not, you again, I said you probably have one in your bank.
True. Okay, is it an extended anti-venom plus?
No.
I probably have one in my bank. And it's not stat boosting.
Mm-mm.
So it's none of the anti-poisons. You already said no to that. It is a potion.
I didn't say a potion.
What did you say? I did. I asked if it's a potion. Oh, and you said yes.
I don't think you did.
I did. I asked if it's a potion. You said yes.
Roll the tapes.
Roll the tape! Well, did I
didn't
get
say
confused?
it was a
Okay.
potion. Yeah,
so
no,
it's not a potion? I've been doing potions the whole time.
It's not.
So it's not a potion. I just wasted like 15.
Consumable or a food.
Oh my god. Okay, is it a food?
Yes.
Is it? So it's hard food.
It's not hard.
I'm lost in the sauce now. I just assumed it was a potion.
You've got a lot of hints here. You give
it's
a few
not
more
hard food. Is it curry?
No.
Oh, wait, I'm dying here. I'm dying. Everyone out there is just
How about this?
yelling at me.
It's sweaty.
It's what?
Sweaty.
Is it a Guthix rest?
Yes.
Yes, it's a Guthix rest. That's the only hint I needed. I was going to guess that, but I didn't realize that it wasn't a potion.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Okay, well, that was a really tough one. You take the W on that one, Hoyt. That was too hard for me.
That
Beyond
was
my
hard.
skills.
I want you to just get him around that 18, 19 mark, but that one was hard. You got me double thinking my person I picked. All right,
Yeah,
you want
next
hard
is the
or easy for the last one?
Oh God, I mean, I struggled with the other two.
He's
Make
not
it hard. Let's go.
crazy.
Let's go
Okay.
for it. Let's make it hard.
All right,
Let's
I'm
make it hard.
thinking of a person.
Okay, are they on an island?
No.
Are they in a city?
Yes.
Are they a quest NPC?
Yes.
Okay. Am I down bad enough to just start guessing cities? That's the real question. They're not on an island. I don't know why that was my first question. Male or female? Are they a male?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, if I could narrow down the city, that would make a big difference. But there's got to be something else to help me. I wonder if I could, like, chunk it like I did last time. Are they east of Asgarnia? Splitting the map up. It's the only way I can do this. No, okay. That means they're west of Asgarnia. Okay. Are they west of Kandarin or in Kandarin?
Yes.
Rolling it into one. Yes, okay. West of Kandarin. Alright, I'm perusing the map now. Are they... Oh, they have to be in... Taranwin then, right? Oh, no. Is Varlamore all the way out there? I haven't looked at the map in a long time. It is. Are they in Varlamore?
No.
Are they in Karend?
No.
Fuck me. Are they in Taranwin?
No.
Ooh! And they're not on an island, so where the hell could they be?
You said west of Kandarin or in Kandarin.
Oh, true. My bad. Thank you. I would have eventually come to that, but not while I lose my mind. So they are in Kandarin. Wow, this is great. I have a lot of things to look at now. So they're in the city because you already said that they're in a city. So are they in East Arty?
No.
West Arty?
No. City's a loose term.
City's a loose term, he says.
It's subjective.
So you're saying they're in the surrounding neighborhoods of
They're in a
Arty.
major hub.
They're in a major hub. Are they in Port Khazard?
No.
Trinome Village?
No.
Wait, I'm going to take the L on this one.
No, you're not.
City is a
You're
subjective term. Are they in Yanil?
Nope.
What the hell could they be? Those are all the cities in that area.
It's Kandarin, though. Kandarin's pretty big.
Yeah, I guess so. Let me have another think. Are they north of Arty?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. I should have started with this earlier. Are they... This is what I should have been doing from the beginning to narrow it down even more. I guess the Tree Gnome Stronghold is technically in... Yeah, that's where they're gonna be. Those bastards. Okay, well, Tree Gnome Stronghold, this is tough. Are they north of the Spirit Tree?
Yes.
Are they in the Grand Tree?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, this is tough. This is very tough. Are they on the east side of the Grand Tree?
Yes.
Okay, and it's a quest NPC.
Mm-hmm.
And for the quests, we go to 3 people on this side. I'm pretty sure we go to Diero. I know for sure is one. I'm pretty sure we talk to the guy on the very far side who sells the rum or something as well. Heckle Funch. How many guesses do I have left?
I don't know, like 5-ish, 7-ish.
I'm just gonna start ripping them then. Is it Diero?
Yes. Good job.
Okay, well there we go. Hoyt, this was tough. My manic brain just... I should have gone with the directional thing. I found gold with that. I should have stuck with it. The northeast, the cardinal directions is strong.
There's some like strategy with if you like listen to someone else play, you can catch their ideas. Like I say, my fiance says like, "Can it fit in an envelope? Can it fit in a microwave?" And they're just like,
"Oh, that's cool."
They're very simple questions that quickly narrow down. But
that's really
then
smart.
You can like repeat those, yeah. But
because I feel like
good.
mine are all direction based. I have to find the area, and then I'm pretty okay at finding the person.
And then you get stuck on one thing, like the resource thing. It's like, well.
Yeah, but that was a stupid question on my part. I should have been more. I should have been more specific. That was fun though. That was tough.
Yeah.
It's tough game. Wait.
It is tough.
Game. Always makes me so flustered because it's not like RuneScape knowledge. It's like a different game. I'm good at RuneScape knowledge games, but I'm bad at other games.
Yeah.
It's good fun though.
All right.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Well, that was great. And yeah, we will see you guys around on the next episode.
Take care.
Peace.